There are nights when you toss and turn, your heart racing, your stomach churning, and your mind racing like a squirrel on a treadmill. It's not because you're worried about something big. It's just, you can't sleep. You may have tried everything, from counting sheep to drinking chamomile tea, from breathing exercises to playing ocean waves on your phone. But still, your eyes are wide open at 2 a.m. And the next morning, you wake up with a head wrapped in cotton wool, your whole body aching, and you don't want to get out of bed. You start to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Is it my age? Or maybe it's what I ate the night before. Exactly. There are foods that your body, especially after 50, no longer digests easily. And one of the most unexpected, silent culprits, nuts. Sounds strange, right? Things you think are healthy, like almonds, cashews, and even pistachios, which are supposed to be good for your heart and brain, can actually be sabotaging your sleep in subtle ways. But wait, don't get me wrong. We're not saying you should completely eliminate nuts from your diet. In fact, there's one nut in particular that can help you sleep better, reduce bloating, and improve digestion: fennel seeds. But, and here's the kicker, a lot of people are using them wrong. And that mistake can actually negate the benefits, or even cause the opposite, causing more bloating, discomfort, and sleeplessness. Clara, 67, from Arizona, shares a typical story. She regularly eats a few salted roasted almonds in the evening as a snack. At first, she thought she was doing the right thing, choosing the good fat instead of the cake. But then she started to feel bloated, burping constantly, and especially losing sleep for many nights. When she went to see a nutritionist, she was advised to switch to fennel seeds, but use them correctly. Dr. Thomas Miller, a famous American nutritionist with more than 30 years of experience, said, "Fennel seeds are one of the best digestive aids that nature has given to humans. But if you over-roast them, eat too much, or use them close to bedtime, they can also become a problem." You see, fennel seeds contain a compound called anatole, which has a soothing effect on the digestive tract, reducing spasms and preventing bloating. It has also been studied to help stabilize stomach gas, especially useful for the elderly. However, dosage and timing of use are the deciding factors. After switching to lightly chewing 1 teaspoon of lightly roasted fennel seeds about 1 hour after dinner, Clara not only got rid of her bloating, but after 2 weeks, she noticed that she started to sleep better, waking up more refreshed, something she hadn't experienced in for years. So, why do some people use it the wrong way? One of the common misconceptions is that the more you eat, the better. That's not true. Fennel seeds are mildly hot, and if you use too much, especially at night, they can cause sleep disorders in sensitive people. Others over-roast them, losing the precious essential oils, which are what make the seeds truly effective. And some people use them with other hard-to-digest foods, such as milk or fried foods, leading to counterproductive effects. The magic only happens when you know how to respect the dosage and timing. A small amount, in the right way, at the right time, is the key. If you're struggling with restless sleep, a heavy stomach after dinner, it's time to take a look at your eating habits. Try a change, a small one. Ditch the hard, indigestible seeds and replace them with fennel seeds, used properly. And you'll see, not sleeping pills, not white noise machines, but natural, simple and gentle, is the best medicine for your sleep. Are you ready for a good night's sleep? Don't miss the next part, where I'll show you how to prepare, use and combine fennel seeds properly every night, so you can start enjoying the natural rejuvenation of your own sleep. Now you know that fennel seeds can be a great sleep companion, but the key is how you use them. Think of it this way. Just like a soothing song, if you turn it up too loud, it will give you a headache. The same goes for fennel seeds, gently, properly, to unleash their true power. First of all, don't use raw fennel seeds straight from the store. This may seem counterintuitive, as many people think raw is best. But in fact, raw fennel seeds have volatile oils that haven't been activated and can be pungent, strong, or irritating to some older people with sensitive stomachs. So the first way is to lightly toast them in an oil-free pan on a very low heat and stir them for about 2 to 3 minutes until you start to smell the characteristic, warm, and pleasant aroma. This is when the beneficial compounds like anatole and fenchone start to activate, soothing the bowels, relaxing the nervous system, and helps your body prepare for deeper sleep. Next, don't eat right after dinner. This is a mistake many people make. They think that after a full meal, Drinking a cup of tea and chewing fennel seeds right after is reasonable. But in fact, after a large meal, your digestive system is busy processing food, not ready for any other factors. It's best to wait about 45 minutes to 1 hour after dinner when the body has started to relax, and then chew 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of roasted fennel seeds. Here's a small trick, but it's extremely effective. Combine fennel seeds with a sip of warm water or diluted honey water. You don't need much, just a small sip to help push the essential oils into your digestive system, soothe your stomach and create a warm, pleasant feeling like a soft blanket covering your mind. Another great thing, fennel seeds do not make you dependent like sleeping pills, do not make you wake up tired, and do not negatively affect the liver or blood pressure. On the contrary, many elderly people who use fennel seeds notice that their breath is fresher the next morning, their stomachs are lighter, and most wonderfully, they feel more stable, less anxious, and less restless at night. But don't be too happy if you are still combining fennel seeds with some unsuitable dinner dishes. For example, if your dinner is full of hard-to-digest fats like cheese, red meat, or fried foods, even if you use fennel seeds, it will not save you from bloating or insomnia. Remember, this solution is not a miracle if you still have eating habits that cause digestive disorders. You can think of fennel seeds as a gentle yoga instructor for your digestive system, but that won't do you any good if you've just had a giant cheese pizza and are hoping it will help you sleep. Instead, choose a light dinner like vegetable soup, brown rice, steamed fish or boiled eggs, and then consume fennel seeds afterwards. If you stick with it every night, I promise you'll notice a difference. Not just deeper sleep, but more energy in the morning, a clearer mind, and most importantly, the feeling that your body is working with you, not against you. Clara, who I mentioned earlier, reported that after just 3 weeks, she not only slept better, but also felt less anxious, needed less blood pressure medication, and woke up happy every morning. I thought I'd lost the ability to sleep well forever, she says, but fennel, that little thing, taught me that the body can heal itself if you give it the right things. If you feel a little hopeful at this point, that's a good sign, because you deserve a good night's sleep. And that sleep doesn't come in pills, it doesn't come in machines. It can start with something as small as a spoonful of fennel seeds every night, with love and understanding for your body. In the next section, I'll show you how to build the perfect evening ritual, incorporating fennel seeds into other small habits that make sleep easier, gentler, and more natural every day. Imagine a perfect night for sleep. No rush, no pressure, no bright lights or unexpected noises. Just you, a quiet space, a warm, gentle feeling in your belly. And your body saying, it's time to rest. The great thing is, you can create that evening with just a few small, daily habits, and one of them is the fennel seed ritual. But to get a deep, natural sleep, fennel is just one part of the bigger picture. Let me show you a gentle evening ritual used successfully by hundreds of older Americans that combines fennel with scientific and emotional habits. Starting about 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime, gradually dim the lights in your room. If possible, turn off bright fluorescent lights completely and replace them with soft yellow lights. Why? Because the blue light from phones, TVs, and fluorescent lights suppresses melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy. This alone can help you fall asleep up to 20% faster. Then, prepare a glass of warm water with diluted honey and place it next to your bed. This is the perfect accompaniment to the lightly roasted fennel seeds we mentioned. Warm water calms the parasympathetic nervous system, which controls the body's rest and recovery state. Honey, with its very small amount of glucose, will help provide steady energy to the brain while you sleep, preventing you from waking up in the middle of the night with a mild blood sugar drop. Now for the main part. Take 1/2 teaspoon of fragrant roasted fennel seeds and chew them very slowly. Don't swallow them. Chew as if each crack is part of the music that lulls you to sleep. That gentle warm aroma, that natural essential oil as it spreads in your mouth and belly, will be like a whisper. I am taking care of you. I am here for you. After chewing, take a sip of warm honey water. Not much. Just a small sip, enough to bring all the essence deep into the body, soothe the intestines, relax the stomach. Then, sit quietly for 3 to 5 minutes. No phone, no news, just you and the silence. If you want, you can put your hands on your chest and belly, inhale deeply through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. Each breath is like a gentle hug from within, helping you connect with yourself. A couple in Minnesota, Harold and June, both in their 70s, shared with me that this evening ritual has completely changed their lives. Before, June used to wake up at 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. Harold used to have a slight stomachache after dinner. Since they started the fennel seeds and honey water habit, their sleep has been deeper, more regular, and their conversations the next morning have been warmer than ever. We sleep better and love each other more, Harold says with a gentle smile. You see, health isn't about big actions, it's about small choices repeated every day, like not skipping a healthy dinner, like turning off the lights 30 minutes earlier, like chewing on a few fennel seeds instead of a salty snack. These little things, when added up, become a system that protects your sleep, your immune system, and your heart. You don't have to do it perfectly tonight. Just try one thing. Start by replacing your late night snack with fennel seeds. With a little patience, a little listening to your body, you'll find that sleep returns like an old friend you haven't seen in a long time. On your journey to healing your sleep with fennel seeds, there's one thing you must remember. When something natural brings benefits, there will always be misunderstandings that lead people to use it the wrong way. And sadly, many older adults are unwittingly turning fennel seed, a simple, safe remedy, into a silent culprit that upsets their stomachs, keeps them up at night, and then blames it on it didn't work. Let's walk through the 5 most common mistakes adults between the ages of 40 and 80 make when using fennel seed, so you don't fall into the same vicious cycle as thousands of others. Mistake number 1. Taking too much, hoping to fall asleep faster. I know the feeling. When you're having trouble sleeping, you're willing to try anything and double the dose. But remember, fennel seed isn't an instant sleep aid. It doesn't put you to sleep right away, like a Zolpidem pill. Instead, it works by regulating your body's circadian rhythm, helping you relax gradually. If you take too much -2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, or more, you'll not only upset your digestive system, but you may also experience gas, bloating, and waking up in the middle of the night feeling uncomfortable. Keep the dose small, minusone half to 1 teaspoon lightly roasted, as a gentle friend, not a shocker. Mistake number 2. Taking it at the wrong time of day. Some people take fennel seeds in the morning. Others chew them right before bed, then lie down right away. Neither is ideal. In the morning, your body needs to be alert, and fennel is more about relaxing and slowing down. Taking it too close to bedtime, when you've already brushed your teeth, put on your pajamas, and laid down, can easily cause acid reflux if you have a sensitive stomach. The best time is still 45 minutes to 1 hour after dinner, when you're still sitting, still alert, and starting to get into relaxation mode. Mistake number 3. Using raw, unroasted seeds. Many people think raw seeds must be purer, but the truth is that raw fennel seeds are harder to digest. The essential oils have not been released and can easily cause a strong smell, especially for the elderly with weak stomachs or people with gastritis. Using raw seeds can cause mild stomach pain or burping. Just roasting them lightly in a dry pan or steaming them over hot water for a few seconds, you have made the essential oils easier to absorb and gentler on the body. Mistake number 4. Using fennel seeds with sweets candy. Strange, right? But some people chew fennel seeds after eating cookies or after a glass of sweetened milk. They think adding fennel will make it better, but no. Refined sugar increases insulin, stimulates the nerves, and disrupts the melatonin cycle, all the opposite of our goals. Fennel seeds should be used alone or with warm water, diluted honey water, not with foods high in sugar or starch. Mistake number 5. Using them irregularly, lacking patience. This is the biggest mistake. Many people try using fennel seeds for a night or 2, find that they don't sleep well right away, and then give up. But think of it like nurturing a seedling. You can't plant a seed today and expect to see fruit tomorrow. Fennel seeds need to be used regularly every night as part of a gentle ritual. After 7 to 14 days, when your body has learned the signal from this habit, you will start to sleep easier, deeper, and no longer wake up in the middle of the night. A sleep medicine doctor in California once told me, there is no magic formula other than persistence. And I believe it. Because fennel seeds don't promise nothing immediate, but it heals by helping you get back into your body's natural rhythm. So, if you're thinking about trying Fennel, avoid these mistakes. And if you've made one of them, don't feel bad. Just make a few adjustments, and your sleep healing journey will be back on track. If you've ever lain in bed for hours, watching the clock jump from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. with your mind still racing, you'll understand why a gentle bedtime ritual is so important. Your body needs to settle down. Like an orchestra after a performance, the instruments stop, the lights dim, and a gentle silence sets in. And a Fennel bedtime blend is just the thing to help you get into that zone of stillness from within. I call it a cup of peace because it's true, every sip soothes a part of your tired mind. How to make it is very simple. Prepare 1 teaspoon of lightly roasted fennel seeds, 1 cup of warm water about 200 to 250 milliliters, 1 teaspoon of raw honey, 1 thin slice of fresh ginger if you have digestive problems or a mild cold, a small pinch of cinnamon powder especially good for people with high blood sugar or poor sleep. How to make: boil the water until it is just boiling. Put the roasted fennel seeds, ginger slices and cinnamon powder in a cup. Pour the boiling water over. Cover and let stand for 5 minutes to let the essences dissolve. Finally, add the honey and stir well while the water is still warm, not too hot, so as not to lose the active ingredients in the honey. The aroma when you open the lid of the cup will make you smile, the smell of warmth, the smell of a peaceful night coming. The ideal time to drink it is 30 to 45 minutes before bed in a quiet space, maybe sitting by the window or in your favorite chair. Don't drink it when you're in a hurry or while holding your phone. Turn that moment into a self-care ritual, an act of reminding your body that you deserve a break. Some people will ask, can I use fennel seeds in powder form for a quick fix? The answer is yes, but not too often. Crushed seeds will release the essential oil faster, but they are also susceptible to oxidation and loss of potency if not stored properly. It's best to lightly roast the whole seeds and use them immediately, preserving the aroma and active ingredients in the most natural way. And you can adjust it yourself. If you find ginger a bit spicy, you can skip it. If you have frequent urination at night, reduce the amount of water to 150 milliliters. Listen to your body, it will tell you what is most suitable. I received an email from Lorraine, 68, from Texas. She wrote, I never thought a small glass of water every night could calm my mind like this. I used to take sleeping pills, and I always woke up feeling heavy. But since I started using fennel seeds and honey as you suggested, I sleep better without the pills, and every morning I wake up feeling like someone has hugged me tight all night. Thank you for this gift. You know, sleep doesn't have to be a struggle. It can be a return to yourself, to the natural rhythm of life, to the gentleness you had as a child, when just having your mother rub your back was enough to get you through the night. Fennel seeds, a cup of warm water, a few minutes of quiet. This is not a cure for insomnia. It is a gentle lifestyle that you deserve. If you've come this far with me, I believe one thing. You're serious about getting better sleep, not just one night, but every night. You don't want to tinker with your body with temporary drugs anymore. You want real healing, from the root, from within. And that starts with something very simple, listening to your own body's whispers. Because sleep is not like a light switch. It doesn't turn on just because you want it to. It needs to be invited, gentle, slow, like the sunset fading after a long day. And when you choose a small spoonful of fennel seeds, a cup of warm water, a quiet moment before bed, you're doing something very big. You're reteaching your body how to rest. Not everyone understands this. Some people will say, it's just a seed. How can it help? But you know what? Modern science has confirmed the natural essential oils in fennel seeds have the ability to regulate serotonin, reduce stomach cramps, and help calm the nervous system. And most of all, the magic lies not in the substance, it lies in the habit. You don't cure insomnia with something stronger. You cure it with something softer, lighter. Repeat it. You may still toss and turn tonight. You may not see clear results yet. But don't give up because of that. Because every night you choose to take care of yourself, you are telling your body, I am here. I am listening. I will not force it. I want you to remember this, sleep is not a goal. It is a reward. The reward is for those who slow down, who love themselves enough to listen, to cherish every little gesture, like the way you drink a sip of fennel water before bed. And if you persevere, you will see wonderful things happen. Not only will your sleep be healed, but your inner peace will gradually return. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to share it with your loved ones, especially those who are having trouble sleeping, are tired, are struggling with long nights. Give them this gift. And if you have a positive experience after using fennel seeds, leave a comment below. I and thousands of others need to hear your story. You are not alone in this journey. And from now on, you can believe good sleep, gentle, natural and sustainable, is completely possible. Have a peaceful night. And see you in the next video.